How you doing? I'm Darren with Kickin Barbecue. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today we are talking jalapeno popper shotgun shells. Now my last shotgun shells blew up. Thank you guys so much for that. We think it's been up for about 2 months. Over 1.1 million views. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. So today I just kind of wanted to come up with something a little different. I've seen it a little bit online here and there, but it sounds delicious. And actually a lot of people had commented on my previous video and kind of suggested this, adding some jalapeno and stuff like that. So we are doing jalapeno popper smoked shotgun shells. Now, just gonna go over the ingredients quick. We have some Jimmy Dean hot sausage. We have 2 jalapenos that I diced up. We have a brick of cream cheese. I don't know if we're going to use the whole thing or not. That's going to kind of see how it goes in the mixture. And then I have about 1.5 cups, 2 cups of freshly grated cheddar cheese. You guys were on me in the comments for using bag cheese, so I went and made sure that I freshly grated this just to keep the cheese police happy here on YouTube. And then we have some manicotti shells. And then I like to use the center cut bacon whenever I'm wrapping anything, strictly because it's a little bit thinner, it's a little bit meatier, not a lot of fat on there. It'll still cook up nice, but the fact that it is thinner, it really cooks well when you're wrapping stuff. So jalapeno poppers, these shotgun shells, basically anything that you're gonna wrap in bacon, I highly recommend using center cut bacon if you can find it. And then we just have some party rub and some honey barbecue rub just to kind of add a little bit of seasoning. We're gonna go for that nice sweet heat on these so everyone will be able to enjoy it. Obviously, if you want them hotter, keep the seeds in the jalapenos, use a hotter rub, make it your own. That's the beauty of barbecue, is taking something and making it your own. So let's bring in and show you how we're going to prep these jalapeno popper smoked shotgun shells. All right, guys, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna get this hot sausage open and into the bowl. You can use Italian sausage if you want. I really like the breakfast sausage for this recipe. It just seems to go very well. So we're gonna get that in. So 1 pound of Jimmy Dean hot sausage going in. And to start off here, I'm going to go in with 1/2 block of this cream cheese. Next, we're gonna come in with our 2 jalapenos, like so. Coming in with all of our freshly grated cheddar cheese, freshly grated. All right, now at this point we have everything in there. We're just gonna go ahead and mix it up until it's evenly incorporated. See if we need to add some more of this cream cheese. And I can tell you right now, I'm going with this whole block of cream cheese. Definitely need some more in there. So 1 full block of this cream cheese added in with 1 pound of the sausage. Now to this, we're just gonna add a little bit of the Tailgater's barbecue party rub. Do this to taste. We're already gonna have a good salt content from the sausage. This is just adding a little bit more flavor to it. Not much, maybe about 1/2 tablespoon to a tablespoon. We're gonna come in and we're gonna do the same thing with the honey barbecue. We're just gonna go ahead and get that rub mixed in. All right, so you can see here, everything is nice and incorporated. Now it's time to stuff these shells. Just gonna go ahead and dump those out so they're easier to work with. I did have a lot of people asking about using a piping bag to fill these. You can give it a try. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. It's just a little bit easier for me. I also had a lot of questions about parboiling these or soaking them in warm water just to get them a little bit more done. I like them al dente. I like to have a little bit of chew on there. However, I did read that if you stuff these and wrap them in bacon and refrigerate them overnight, it does help soften that shell up enough. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. I'm gonna get these stuffed, wrap them in bacon, get them seasoned, and they're gonna go in my refrigerator overnight, and then we'll cook them tomorrow. I'll let you know how that works. But honestly, just wrapping them and cooking them last time, I didn't have an issue with the doneness. If you want them a little bit more done, just parboil them, maybe soak them in warm water for 5-10 minutes. Completely up to you, but I didn't have an issue with how they were last time. So it really is a taste thing on here. But I'll definitely let you know how stuffing and wrapping these ahead of time overnight and cooking them the next day turns out. So all we're gonna do is get these stuffed. And I'm just gonna show you 2 of these. So nice shell here, nice and wide opening. Just gonna grab some of the stuffing and just start getting it in there. All right, so hopefully you can see that on camera, but we're about halfway through here. I'm gonna get the other side stuffed up. All right, and there we go. There is our jalapeno popper stuffed manicotti shell. I'm gonna do one more here for you, just kind of show you. And I will say with this cream cheese, mixture in there, it does make it a little bit more tacky to work with. So just take your time. There's no rush on this. All right, so half stuffed. Just push that in a little bit. Come in through the other side. All right, there's number 2. You can see it's nice and stuffed. So I'm gonna finish the rest of these up and I'll bring you back when it's time to wrap them. All right, guys, so you can see I have most of the shotgun shells rolled up in bacon. I just wanna show you the last 2. So how I like to wrap these is I just take my piece of bacon and I put it on my board and I just use my hands to stretch it out like so. Works better than pulling on it. Sometimes if you pull on it, it has a tendency to break, where if you just do this and have some light pressure, you're gonna get a nice roll on it. So then I like to take this angle pointed up and fold this bottom corner over. And then as I go, I'm pulling towards me here. I'm pulling like this as I roll to get a nice tight roll on there. And then just go all the way up. If you have any overhang, you can kind of tuck it on that backside. And that is a nice, tightly rolled shotgun shell. We can try and make sure we have all of the pasta noodle covered. Just do the best you can. So, to show you one more time. Stretch this bacon out. Get this pointed side up. Wrap all the way around. Make sure we're covering there. And then pull and roll so it's nice and tight. Any overhang, tuck on this back edge here. And there you go, nice tight wrap on there. So at this point, we have them all wrapped. They're pretty much ready to go in the refrigerator, and you could put them in like this, but I'm gonna season them before I get them in the refrigerator. That way tomorrow morning when we pick back up on the video, I'll just meet you outside at the Traeger. And you can cook these on any cooker you want. We're just gonna be running at 300 degrees, same as last time. I think it gets them done, crisps up that bacon, and it also helps render that bacon fat to help moisten that noodle. So now we're just coming in with our Suckle Busters honey barbecue rub. And this is just gonna balance out that heat with a little bit of sweet on the outside. And there's not a lot of salt in this, so the bacon is not going to be overly salty. And what seasoning it the night before is gonna do is just allow this seasoning to penetrate into the bacon, give it a nice color, just let all the flavors kind of marry together. All right, so you can see we have all of our jalapeno popper shotgun shells all seasoned up. They're ready to go. At this point, I'm just going to get them onto a wire rack with a baking sheet underneath, and I'm just gonna get them into the refrigerator and let them sit overnight. And I will pick back up tomorrow morning when we are outside at the Traeger, so we will see you then. All right, guys, so it is the next day. You can see we have our jalapeno popper smoked shotgun shells on the Traeger. We are running at 300 degrees, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, having them in the refrigerator wrapped like this overnight, those shells are very soft right now. It's almost like you cook pasta and refrigerate it. Almost the same texture, very soft. So we'll see how it cooks up, but these are looking awesome. The Traeger's rolling at 300 degrees, so we're just gonna let this go for about 30 minutes and we'll come out and check them. I don't think they're gonna be done in that time, but I just wanna keep an eye on these and make sure they don't get overcooked. So we will let them go at 300 degrees for 30 minutes and we'll check back in then. All right, so we are 30 minutes in. You can see they're looking good. The bacon's starting to cook up. This one got a little wonky, but that's okay. Bacon's starting to cook up. It's not completely cooked, but we're bubbling and popping. Nothing's coming out here, so that looks really good. You can tell these noodles feel softer. I'm really excited to try these when they're done. I'm gonna let them go until the bacon's done, and I'll let you know how long it's been. I'm guessing it's gonna be another 15 to 30 minutes on here, but I'll let you know when we pick back up, so we will see you guys then. All right, so it has been another 30 minutes. These are done. You can tell the bacon is looking fantastic on here. I mean, that looks wonderful. So I checked the internal temp, they're done, they're safe. Now we're just gonna get these sauced up, and I'm gonna be using the Suckle Busters honey barbecue sauce. I love this sauce. Just gonna add a nice sweet element to this little bit of heat we got going on here. So I'm going to get these sauced up. All right, you can see we already have a great shine on that. We're already getting a nice set on our sauce. They're looking fantastic already. I'm gonna get this lid closed and we're gonna let this sauce set for about 2 to 3 minutes tops. So I'll bring you back when these are done. All right, guys, and just take a look at those. It's been about 3 minutes. That sauce is tacked up nicely. I'm gonna get these in the house and let them cool off for about 10, 15 minutes because that cream cheese inside of there is going to be molten hot. So I'm gonna let these cool and then I'll bring you back and we're gonna do a taste test and see how these smoked jalapeno popper shotgun shells turned out. All All right, guys, these have cooled down. You can see I sliced one in half because I want to make sure I got the cross shot, because a lot of people were complaining I didn't get an up-close cross shot on these. So had to get my photo. You can see they look phenomenal. We got cheese in there. We have jalapenos in there. You can see the noodles are nice and soft. I mean, these look absolutely awesome. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. But beautiful cross shot for those of you who wanted it before. Love that you can see the jalapenos in there and the cheese. I think these are gonna be delicious. So let's pull you out and let's do a taste test. All right, guys, so it is the moment of truth. We're gonna go ahead and give this a try. And I wanna try this one where I got a chunk of jalapeno in there because big fan of jalapenos. So cheers. First off, these are delicious. These are way better than the original ones I did by far. The noodle, much softer, not so al dente, as I said in my last video, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed having that bite on there. But we have the hot sausage in there. We have the cheese. We have the jalapeno. We have the cream cheese. This is phenomenal. Yeah. You guys, this is delicious. I like these better than the other ones I did by far. I'm a big fan of jalapeno poppers, so these are hitting the spot. By far, I think stuffing and wrapping these and putting them in the refrigerator overnight is the way to go if you want a softer noodle. But I mean, that is packed nice and tight. It's almost like a noodle sausage, and great flavor. We have heat from the jalapeno and the hot Jimmy Dean sausage. We have a nice creamy texture from the cream cheese and the cheese. And then the bacon is cooked perfectly. Very nice sweetness from the Sucklebuster's honey barbecue rub. And of course, the honey barbecue sauce, which is one of my favorite sauces from them. I mean, these are these are way better than the other ones, and I like the other ones, but these are phenomenal. It's a beautiful sweet heat. I'm just gonna finish this and I'll give you my final thoughts. You guys, I love these things. These are probably one of my newest favorite recipes. I'm so glad I gave these jalapeno popper ones a shot. If you liked the other shotgun shells, you have to give these a try because, like I said, I think these are even better. If you've never done shotgun shells, you got to give these a try because these are going to blow you and your guests away. I can see doing these for football season coming up, and everyone's going to love them. Tailgating, you can prep them the night before, bring them there, cook them on site. These are going to be an absolute hit. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe, and we will see you next time.